Hello, fellow producer. Today, we are looking at the creepiest, freakiest, and strangest looking plugin ever. It's Mishby from Freak Show Industries. In this video, you'll learn what Mishby does. I'll give you a plugin tour and demo of it, and I'll even give you some tips on how to get the most out of this cursed plugin. If you're new here, I release music production videos every week that motivate you to create. So if you're interested, if you want to stay all caught up, please consider subscribing. Cool, let's get to know Mishby. All right, so what is Mishby? As strange as this is gonna sound, I think this is the best way to describe this plugin. It's as if you got a deranged tape machine and put a curse on it, just made it get possessed with pure evil. And this is the result that you get. You don't use this plugin just to give your sounds a lo-fi feel. You use this plugin to torture and to just curse your sounds and to make it feel lo-fi. It's all those things together. So the result is that you can get something like this. Okay, this is gonna be fun to talk about. All right, so here's the plugin tour and demo. And just so you know, if you want this plugin, you can buy for, I think, $50 US, or you can steal it from their website. I know it's a crazy idea. It's an experience all in itself, but I have a link in the description if you wanna check that out. All right, so to kick off our tour, I wanna look at the sanest part of this plugin, which is this top left corner here, which represents the cassette quality, the distortion. This is the short and the noise. I'm gonna be messing around with the keys of this loop here. That's how it sounds in its pristine form. All right, cool. Now we're gonna mess it up. So I want to start off with the quality knob right here. And this quality knob is affecting the quality of the tape machine itself. So when it's at 100, when it's at like this sad face right here, it's gonna have no effect on the sound. So I'll just be playing a loop as I explain what we're going through here. But so when you drop the quality to this happy face, the 0, what's happening is that it's placing on kind of like this low pass filter that helps things feel more warm and lo-fi. So let's keep it over here. Great, and then next we have our distortion, which is a pretty rough distortion. I mean, at low levels, it just adds like a really nice warmth actually, just some harmonic saturation. But when you increase it, it really distorts it. So I'll just bring it down here. And then this knob, mysterious knob, is called a short. And I'll bring it up. See how it's like kind of adding this. I like to say that it's sort of like you have a little speaker on a cassette player, like this little speaker here. And it's as if you like play something really, really, really loud and just like blown out the speaker, and it's like never been the same since. So I like to have a tiny bit of it, just to get a bit of that damage on it. And this noise is just some like a white noise. It's kind of nice. Keep in mind, this is the lightest form of using Mishby. This is the sanest part. Everything else is gonna get kind of wild, so get ready. All right, so the next section we're gonna look at is this distinct corner right here. And this is gonna be affecting how warped the cassette tape is gonna sound. So we'll be messing with this Vox pad layer here. All right, so this is what we're messing with. And first things first, this LMH, these sliders here, the rate knob, these are gonna have no effect. You can like mess with them as much as you want, unless you move this delta knob. This delta knob, this is what activates like the rest of this section here. Oh, by the way, if you get this plugin and you're completely confused by it, like I was for many months, if you click this little eyeball right here, it pulls up like a help menu, kind of like a little manual of what things do. But of course, Freak Show Industry likes to mess around with you. So even if like this button here just turns on and off the tape quality, you can just read here. All it should say is like, this button turns off and on the quality. But if you read down there, there's like this whole story of father and purity will not save you, be dirty like me. It's weird stuff, but it's just like the funnest way to read a manual. You might still be like, I still don't know what this thing does. And that's okay, they don't care. But this delta knob is affecting the tape warp. So I like to just have it just up a little. But if you increase it to extreme settings, you'll hear how it almost speeds up and slows down the sound. Yeah, so it's wild. So this knob is affecting not only the tune of detuning of it, it's also affecting how fast and slow. It really is just like the most warped up tape ever, and it's just like broken in so many ways. So above this delta knob, we have the rate knob, and this rate is going to be affecting, it's almost like a wonky vibrato being placed on the modulation. So I'll just have delta up really, really high, and I'll increase the rate knob to show you what it does. Yeah, so you can hear that like LFO vibrato-y wonkiness happening. So I like to keep it chill. Yeah, something like that. But then we have these LMH knobs, or these sliders here. And the animation's crazy. You got flames, bats, and lightning. How great is that? So now I have these low, mid, and high sliders, which are separating the bands up to low, mids, and highs. And what's happening with these sliders is that it's allowing you to cause each of these bands to get out of phase. So it becomes unsynchronized with itself. And to be honest here, I'll play for you and just be messing with these. Do you see when I adjust these sliders, I don't hear too much of what's going on? It doesn't make a big difference to me. So I don't really worry too much about that. I just might drop a slider if I want to see some bats and lightning or whatever. But that's pretty much just how I use it. I mean, I don't know, maybe like a sound that you put it on, you can start to hear a big difference with these like out of sync bands. But that's what these sliders do. That's what they're for. Okay, so it's time to go to the right side of this plugin, and this is going to be like the crazy, crazy side. This DCD knob, I'll start here because it's the easiest. It's pretty much a bed crusher. So just playing this. Yeah, so it's affecting the sample rate. I like this bed crusher. I actually think it's a pretty good one. So I always like to put it like kind of super low. Yeah, I think that's cool. Okay, now it's time to figure out what this knob does, this little lever here, and it's called a self-care lever. And we're gonna be affecting our drum layer here. This is how it sounds without any Mishby on it. Cool, so this self-care lever, okay, this is it's a really hard thing to explain and pretty much, but let me just play it and you can hear how it sounds. So I'm drawing it down. Okay, so it's doing a whole lot of different like modulations under the hood. I don't even want to try to figure out all the things that are doing. I think it's a really cool effect, but I mean, this effect, will I use it a whole lot? I don't know, probably not, but I think it's amazing what it does. And it's good to know that it's there. So before I move on to like this nice section, I still want to use the drums, but I just want to like mess with this a tiny bit. No, I'll leave that off. Cool, so we're gonna be dealing with Mishby like that. So nice section is pretty much a crazy buffer glitch section. So it's gonna give us a nice glitchy action here. This is what can happen when you turn it on. Yeah, so it sounds completely chaotic, but there are these 4 controls that kind of help you wrangle it in. All right, so this first slider here controls the length of your buffer glitch sections. Okay, and then the second slider here is a probability. It's a probability. Here, I mean, what do I have here? This determines how likely it is that the glitch mechanism will reset and grab a new buffer. So with 0%, it's gonna just keep repeating that glitch length that you have up here over and over and over again, even after you unpause it. So here, I'll show you. See? So everything's paused and it's still repeating. So just do that and I'll turn it off. That ever happens to you. And these last 2 controls here, they kind of work together. It's determining the band center and the band spectral width. So the band center is the center frequency of the glitch band. And then the width, this is going to be the spectral width where those glitches will occur. All right, if this video is inspiring you in the creepiest way possible, please let me know by liking this video. And could you answer this question in the comments below? Are there any other strange looking, strange functioning plugins that you want to see me review. This plugin was really fun to learn about and demonstrate for you guys. So just let me know if there's something else you want me to check out. All right, so here's some final tips on how to get the most out of this plugin. And to be honest, I'm still learning how to like tame this plugin and to get the most out of it. But here's what's been working well for me. I find that some really cool stuff can happen when you automate the controls on this plugin. So I know my little like demo at the very beginning, I went like way overboard. Like that's silly. Here, but this is the effect that it had. So it's constantly like morphing and degrading. And then right here, it just gets like crazy, evil, and weird. I find that automating some of these things, like the quality is great to automate. The distortion is good to automate. Delta, just by subtle amount, is good to automate. This thing, sure, automate it. I like to keep it like up here above the halfway evil mark. And then just flipping on and off, nice, is also something else that's good to do. All right, so what should you put this on? And this question I really wrestle with, because like, what do you do with this thing? And this is sort of where I land now. Like if I'm going to use this in a subtle way, I think you can put this on whatever you want. If you're using it like super subtly, just kind of maybe staying over here. It's really easy to make it usable. But if you want to go like really crazy wonky bananas with it, then I think instead of putting it on an individual instrument, I like to keep it on like groups or like the entire track. If you made it this far in the video, thanks a lot. I want to end this whole thing off with a producer pep talk. So I'm just going to play the piano and just kind of share something that I learned this week. So when I was working on this Mishby plugin, I realized that I owned it for, oh my gosh, like a year or something. And I gave up on it a while ago because I felt overwhelmed by it because of how messy and crazy it is. But then I just started thinking about how often I give up on a lot of things in music production, and I want to do that a whole lot less. And I'm sure many of you out there hit a wall like I have, or maybe just felt like we could not master something in music production, because music production is really hard. But it's a lot of fun, and that's why we keep doing it and torturing ourselves with it. But I find that when I come across moments where I'm just feeling stuck, I like to reach out for help. I like to ask a friend, search for resources, watch a YouTube video, just rely on others in the music production community. So I hope that you who are out there, if you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed or like you're just not going to get it, I just want to tell you that you will get it. I don't know when, I don't know how soon, I don't know how effective you'll actually get at something, but you will keep growing and getting better at stuff. So please don't give up. Please keep going. Please reach out for help, and rely on others, and believe that people want to help you out. So that is it. That's the Mishby plugin / producer pep talk video here. If you want to steal this plugin, or if you want to buy it, there's links in the description how to get that. If you want to learn more about other music production plugins or tutorials, just click some of the videos here. And please subscribe. It'd be cool if you can like hang out with me again. And I hope I can see you again in the future, all right? See you later.